Hello and welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome to all of my beautiful returning subscribers and all of my new subscribers this month. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your presence. Be sure to hit your like button, your notification bell, and drop me a comment as well, because I do offer a chance to win a free tarot reading for my subscribers as a thank you. So if you have stumbled here for the very first time, be sure to drop your comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell for your chance to win. For today's topic, we're looking at a connection on your mind, and we're looking at the future of this connection. Do the two of you have a future together? What does the future hold? We have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Temperance. Pile number 2 with the Moon. And pile number 3 with the Page of Cups. Now, whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting from Spirit. You may even be attracted to multiple piles as well, and that's okay. Just meditate for a few moments. You can pause this video to see which pile is calling your name, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1 today. Again, today's topic is all about the person on your mind, and do you guys have a future together? So we're going to look into the future of this connection. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the Temperance, and this is your reading. Do you have a future with the person on your mind right now? Now, this Temperance here, it's all about patience. It's all about finding joy in the journey. And people hate to hear that because they don't want to listen to patience anymore. They don't want to be patient. They want things to come in. They want to know where they're going. They want to know which direction they're headed in. And so that's kind of a part of the human experience, is to embrace the unknown, because change is the only constant that we can actually depend upon. And so this Temperance here is, it's a frustrating call, I feel like, for some people to see things through and to see how things are going to evolve in this connection. Because these types of connections, no matter what, we're not going to go skipping off into the sunset with 0 conflict or 0 obstacles. So it's going to have to if we can learn how to create temperance now, it's going to be a beautiful asset for us in this connection here. And they're talking about drawing from your wisdom codes, drawing from past relationships, and applying those lessons to this relationship as well. When we're in the mode of temperance, we also get the opportunity to pause, to take stock, and to recalibrate or readjust anytime that we need to as well. So this is really a card that's asking you not to be in a rush in this connection. It's also a beautiful sign about the purpose that this connection is serving for you and your alchemy process. It's like it's refining old experiences and turning them into something more favorable. So let's take a look here. For pile number 1, please. Do they have a future together? What does the future hold in this connection, please, for pile number 1? We have the Knight of Pentacles starting your reading. I often say that I love the Knight of Pentacles. He's my favorite knight because he's very reliable. We have Cancer energy, very strong here. And it feels like almost like earth and water mixing together. It's like earth and water mixing together. So there could be a Cancer energy here that is sort of emotionally very aware. Like it's like your heart space. Maybe you're a very empathetic person, but emotions can sometimes overwhelm you. And then we have more of a steadfast energy that I'm feeling. We have the King of Pentacles. They could be a Virgo, a Capricorn. They could be they could definitely be an earth sign, a Taurus. Do I have a future with the person on my mind? Is there a future in this connection, please? We have the 9 of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Death, and we have the Tower. There's the King of Swords and the Lovers. I'm going to clarify this as we go forward here. We have the Fool. We have the 3 of Swords. And the 3 of Swords is supporting the King of Pentacles. It's just an extra energy that's coming through here. Ace of Coins. Now, this doesn't feel like a completely brand new connection, but it also doesn't feel like it's been going on for years and years and years. We have the King of Coins. Back of the deck, we do have the Five of Cups, but we have the Nine of Wands. And again, these are secondary. These are supports to my back of deck at this time. So I feel like there is some baggage from the past, emotional baggage, perhaps even for the Divine Masculine, being pulled in different directions. Somebody in this connection is still struggling with something from the past. I don't feel like there's involvement with the past. I just feel like they're struggling with something from the past. And it could actually be for some people, and this is not for everyone, that they're still kind of embroiled in their past because they have children with somebody from their past, or there's just something like an entanglement that makes you uncertain about what the future holds in your connection. And the truth is that I feel like this person is not 100% ready to commit right now, although they are commitment material. They're not afraid of commitment. They're just not ready for commitment right this moment, perhaps because they just came out of a commitment cycle. There is really a strong message about taking a leap of faith here with this person, because the future looks very abundant. The future looks very abundant in this spread, pile one. There is this feeling about being unsure, maybe even for the next year or so, but ultimately getting into a position where we feel comfortable, where we feel stabilized, where we feel commitments, where we feel like we are so happy that we eliminated the emotional distractions that we did to get ourselves to a place of discernment and get our place to a place of security. This person, as I said, is commitment material. You could perhaps be the King of Pentacles here, but either way, it doesn't really matter, because Spirit says that this leads to permanent change. Now, this leads specifically to permanent change in kind of awareness or reflections. It's like it leads to somebody's epiphany about the past, about permanent change, and about closing doors permanently, which is a very positive thing. The Tower in this case is secondary to the death cycle. It is speaking about perhaps, again, divorces, breakdowns in the past, but it's also talking about a solid build with effort that leads to transformation. That leads to transformation. And I feel like this is like a necessary path for somebody in this connection to take in order to achieve confidence again, and to achieve security, and to feel better about the decisions that they made in the past. I do feel like patience will be a virtue for you here as well, so that we don't put too much undue pressure on the person on your mind to rush their healing process, because there's a time and a season for everything. And so although the Divine Feminine in this case might be triggered by some of the delay, that trigger actually speaks to a truth that needs to be focused on within you, and not really a trigger within the dynamics of your actual relationship. I feel like you have a big chance towards a lot of commitment cycles in the future of this connection. I feel like you will be happy that you entered into it. I feel like there's a lot to be gained in this connection, and not just in the fact of stability, but also just some of the gains that Spirit says you're going to make because you overcome the conflict together. Because the determination that you show to push through, to fight for what you want in this connection. And that's what's most important here, is to fight for what you want in this connection, ultimately. You're not going to be the only one who is fighting, quote unquote. It's also going to be this masculine energy, who again is dealing with maybe some clutter from the past, some baggage from the past that they may carry into your connection a little bit. But the truth about you and the potential sitting in front of them is going to reveal itself over the course of time. And there's something really dependable, even though there's baggage from the past, this person feels very reliable. They want to build a life. They want to have a good life with someone. They want to do what's right. Like they're a good egg, Spirit says. So they're talking about the future of this connection looking very, very bright. And I even feel like the Divine Masculine in this case, if they're feeling heartbroken or disappointed in anything from the past in this present moment, that is 100% temporary. They're going to be feeling so much better about this opportunity and about you and about the future. We have here the Earthworm. We have the Dolphin and we have the Beaver. And we all have the Golden Egg. This is something to be protected and cultivated. There's something special here in this connection for you, Pile 1. Now, I feel like this person is a little bit of a workaholic and they don't really share their emotions. And that's part of the process where I feel like that's where you step in. You give them that space. You give them a sense of security that they can share themselves. And you do it through joy and laughter. Like you make them laugh. Like there's just so much abundance even with the Dolphin. There's friendship here. I think that there's so much potential. And Spirit says they said that success is assured with good plans and hard work. And this is something that has so much potential that deserves the protection, deserves the cultivation of it. deserves all the effort that we're going to put into it. They're talking about, again, perhaps cycles towards commitments may not come in within the next 1 to 2 years, but it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait because it creates permanent change in life, but also permanent change in how we believed, in what we believed in the past, in pain cycles that we're closing off. There's just so much potential in this connection. So Spirit's really giving it the green light. Definitely a future in this connection. But when we say, there's a future in this connection, they're talking about the present moment moving into the next opportunity of the present moment. So it's the effort that you both will put in that will create that beautiful outcome. We have here surrender to it, surrender to the sweetness, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. I also feel like there's a lot of physical attraction here that could be propelling this connection forward, which is really great. It says, trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out, and timing may be a factor for you or for this situation. Patience will be the virtue, but we're not living for the moment that we commit to this person. We're living now. And so we're going to be able to kind of cultivate joy in the happy experiences that we have with this person down the line. It says, water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Making sure that even when we're embroiled in collaborative connections, that we're still making sure that we're embracing our independent journey because we're setting a bar of self-love. We're setting that example. But lots of abundance, lots of potential here for you, pile number 1. Let me get you one more card. Advice for pile 1 in this connection, the future of this connection for pile 1. We have TikTok. Timing is going to be an issue. And I say an issue because I feel like there's going to be a frustration, but I don't even feel like that is the frustration. I don't feel like it's an overwhelming frustration. It's like we can sit confidently, and it's the way this person makes you feel and the way that you make this person feel makes you feel confident in the journey of this situation. We have Imagine with the 20 reflection on the back of the deck, and you can see the crescent moon. It's asking you to really trust in your intuition to guide you through the situation. Beautiful, beautiful reading, pile 1. Let's get a message bowl, a charm bowl for pile number 1, please. Advice for pile 1 from their guides and angels regarding this connection and the future. Page of Wands, Knight of Swords. Now these are go energies. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And so they're talking about the past and crutches and somebody who perhaps lost something. It could be a relationship, could be even like a family or home. Like if somebody had a divorce, for instance, and that's for somebody very specifically watching. There's just crutches here that we're dealing with. But this is an opportunity for us to explore a new path and to be anointed into something more. And so the Knight of Swords is being asked to charge through before the ego has a chance to get a hold of him. Here's the Fool asking you to take a leap of faith. But to also take a leap of faith in patience. We have the Heart. We have the Hand of Hamza. We also have here the Blue Star. I think of depression. I think of Aquarius. Hospital nursing connection perhaps. Also, again, something about the heart chakra. Claiming our independence, Leo energy, music and acoustics. And we have the blank card, creative accountability. Your life is a canvas. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. I'm very excited for your journey. Please drop a comment below if you feel called to. You even can come back to drop me a comment, and I'll be able to enter you in for a chance to win that free reading. So be sure to hit your notification bell if you do so. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below. And I just hope that you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You are drawn to the Moon card, and this is your reading. Do you have a future together with the person on your mind? What does the future hold? Now, the Moon, you can see she's on this bridge, and she's heading into an unknown. And her hair is completely down, which I feel like is an important aspect. Maybe you have really long hair, but they're just showing the hair being released. It's like not being afraid of what other people think, trusting in what you have learned and experienced in the past to fuel your intuition when it comes to the future of the situation, and to really trust in your intuition here in this connection and how it's going to direct you further. I'm just looking at those little animals as well. You can see one of the animals is looking down, the other one is looking up. So we may be coming from a place of sadness, disappointment, insecurity, and we may be going through the passages of our transformation. Also a lot of Scorpio energy here. I'm also feeling drawn to Cancer energy, so please take that as it resonates. They're talking about the signal of changes in your life. So for pile number 2, please, Spirit, the person on your mind, do they have a future with the person on your mind? What does the future hold here? We have the Chariot reversed. We also have the Hermit coming in the reversal. We're going to pair those together. We'll keep them just like that. Virgo and Cancer. We have the Page of Cups. The Five of Swords. The Justice. I feel like there's like this feeling about giving up because of the past. Somebody throwing in the towel, somebody saying, I'm not doing this ever again. It's like, I'm never ever doing this again. It's like experiencing a lot of isolation and loneliness and not being able to do anything about it from the past. Just feeling like it just is what it is. But I also just heard the Buddha prepares. So, but I feel like there's just this feeling of being sick of it, sick of the whole love situation. And perhaps not even really feeling like you were up for love, or not really feeling like you were ready for love when this person popped up into your life. I don't think that you anticipated meeting somebody who would trigger you in this way. It just kind of came up out of the blue. We have the Lovers, and even here it looks like Cupid's arrow here, and there's the King of Wands. And it's kind of like we're painting the same person, like we're painting multiple people with the same brush. It's like we're convincing ourselves that because what we experienced in the past, we might experience the same thing. So we're very conflicted right this moment. Because I feel like we're in this state or phase of self-sustainability. It's like, I need to make sure that I'm priority number one. I need to make sure that I'm safe. So you may be taking kind of more of a passive approach to this opportunity than maybe you would really like to. There's the Moon. The King of Swords. We have the King of Cups, the King of Wands, the King of Swords. There could be fire, air, water. A lot of Libra energy here today. Gemini. The Ten of Wands. Nine of Pentacles and the Chariot, upright. Back of the deck is the Magician. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And there's sort of like a call to action coming in from your guides and angels, because they say that this is actually an opportunity for you to gain mastery over perspectives that don't belong in the present energy. They belong in the past, perhaps, because we are emotionally reacting to what has manifested, but they don't belong in the present energy. And so we're feeling conflicted, and we have a bit of a wall up against our heart. There's a very strong emphasis on divine masculine energy, so that could resonate with you if you're attracted to divine masculine energy, for instance. The Empress and the Emperor, when I say he, she, divine feminine, divine masculine, it's all about energy. It has nothing to do with gender, so please take that as it resonates. They're talking about the opportunity creating such a burden for you. It's like you're so unsure, and it's not because of what this person is influencing, it's because of what we have been influenced by. Emotional manipulation, somebody who has been very self-serving in the past, and this has painted a picture for us about what other divine masculine energies will look like in the future here. It's like there's this feeling about refusing to wield to dependency on another person. It's like, I'm not going to rely on another person ever again in my entire life. But they are actually saying here that this could be a path that can help you chip away at that necessity. And you may feel like it's a necessity right now, and it may be a necessity to hold that focus, to use that as a crutch. But eventually we're going to have to ask to put the crutch down and to address some of that in the future. And I feel like there's the possibility of that here. We started with the Chariot reversed with the Hermit, which means you're coming from isolation, you're coming from loneliness, you're coming from a lack of direction and movement. That is painting the picture of what you think is available to you in the unknown. But what's actually coming in for you may be the exact opposite of what you think might be available to you. And that will be revealed to you over time, because right now you're just at the crossroads. You're on that bridge over troubled waters, perhaps, and you're being asked to really trust in your intuition to guide you. It is your intuition or your higher self that is trying to communicate to you about this connection in this moment. And this, regardless of whether or not you want to commit to this person down the line, I feel like there is potential for longevity here, but I also feel like you're going to hold on to that independence as long as possible. And so be it. Spirit says that's fine. They're going to walk with you no matter what. They're just painting the picture from their perspective, so that you have that available to you to make those choices as you move through this cycle. This is an opportunity for you to call back the energy that put you in this mindset in the first place, and to apply it in some type of productive force towards your advancement. Because the 5s here right in the center of your reading is this beautiful picture about an opportunity for huge growth, an opportunity for us to face this conflict head on and face up to that challenge and then overcome it. And again, it's not even for the purpose of you entering into a connection. It's all about you and about what you experience and how you experience it. The past was what it was to create the contrast so that you can see what you do not want, and that what you do want could be in the unknown here for you. So I feel like there's a lot of potential here, but I also feel like you're really on the fence about whether you want to go into that crossroads. I feel like it was really unexpected for this person to come into your life in the first place, and you're very analytical when it comes to how you want to progress here or proceed here in this situation. But Spirit says this could be the path in the right direction for you. It's like there's this fear about this person showing their true colors eventually. But there's the 6 of Pentacles. They say we reap what we sow. This can create permanent change for us. Or if we keep kind of reaping the conflict, this could end in non-commitments in the future. But the 6 of Pentacles and the Justice both say that we have empowerment available to us in this pathway, and it's what we put into the situation that we will gain back from. Let me clarify the King of Cups, please, in the reverse position. They're talking about somebody who's feeling sort of really, specifically a divine masculine energy as well, who could be feeling really insecure. And there's a bit of an addiction to that insecurity. I also feel like perhaps the person on your mind mirrors that insecurity as well, but there's the 4 of Wands for you. Spirit says you can have victory here. You can have reasons to celebrate. That the past was perhaps just a propellant to get you to this place. And they're saying this is a great space towards advancement. And I just heard proceed. So they're speaking about allowing yourself, giving yourself the permission to proceed. And if you're looking for a sign, if you're very unsure and you don't know what to do and you're looking for a sign, this is your sign from Spirit to allow the changes in your life that are necessary here, to trust in your intuition. So it's like a double whammy. Not only do you get to proceed, but you also get to tap into those ancient wisdom codes, start practicing on utilizing them so that you gain in that perspective too. Here is the Emperor on the back of the deck with the Queen of Wands. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We have Aries energy as well. And there's something very protective about the divine masculine energy that I'm picking up on in this moment. Again, it could be self-protection, but also a protection energy surrounding you in the future. Does pile 2 have a future in the connection on their mind, please? We have here breath of the cosmos, micromanaging the universe, my will to thy will. And the Justice and the 6 of Pentacles keep saying, you know, what you put into this situation, you will gain something. The investments that we make will create dividends for us in the future. We have here, you're learning how to be human. You're in the world, but you're not of it. You're earthed. And it's a reminder to us about the opportunities. It's a reminder to us about how every pathway that we are led down will afford us some type of education. And we have baby steps. It says, follow your intuition before it makes sense, taking baby steps towards your growth. And that's what Spirit wants for you. They say you don't have to go charging in. You don't have to throw all of your energy into this situation. They do see you maintaining your independence as long as possible in the future of this situation. But they also see the real you, the emotional you, being unveiled as you progress here in this connection. albeit perhaps slowly, but there's nothing wrong with a slow momentum. Do they have a future in this connection, please, for pile number 2? We have here wisdom, trusting in your wisdom code, trusting in your intuition to guide you through the situation. But the conflict, the problem here is that your intuition is here, your intuition is here. Your 5 of Swords is right in the center of your reading, and that's your ego saying, but what if? What if you get hurt? What if? What if? And now they're giving me Bashar's voice, if you know who Bashar is. And he says that the 2 beautiful little words, whenever the ego says this could happen and this could happen and this could happen, Bashar says that the 2 little words that you should say back to your ego is, so what? We survived it. It's like, so what? That's how we take the power back from the voice of the ego. We defy it. We have the power. Now the justice is here again, Libra. Only you have the power to walk through the passage of this transformation. This will test the ego perhaps as well, but it also allows us to tap into something inside of us, tap into a strength, a reserve that perhaps we felt like we had tapped out because of past experiences. We have gratitude on the back of the deck with number 6. And there's something very abundant about this. It's number 6, it's victory, there's strength with the stag. There's all of these blue flowers, and they're like a symbol of a forget-me-not for me. And so there's this feeling about almost being grateful for the cycles that we go through because we arrive on such an abundant place. We're grateful for where we're at. We worked hard to get there. We eliminated the distractions that allowed us tried to keep us from this position. And it looks like a very enviable position that you could arrive at in the future of this connection. So in order to combat the 5 of Swords, the conflict, we shift our focus back to love and back to gratitude. Guys, for pile number 2, please, in this love cycle, we have the sweet results that await you. And we have the Panther. Now I think about the Panther as sort of being in the background and an unlikely ally. So an unlikely ally in this connection, this could be this person, or again, even somebody from your past that brought you to this position. An unlikely ally. When we sacrifice the past, we're going to have sweet results that await us in this connection. So there is a future here for you, pile number 2, if you choose it. Because you are a little resistant. That's okay. Spirit says you can take some of that resistance into the future with you too. In the bowl today, we have the 6 of Swords. A beautiful collaboration towards clarity. Not just a collaboration with this person, but also with your higher self, because it's like you're not just collaborating with this, you're also speaking to your higher self, or they're trying to speak to you. There's the moon, changes in your life, and a great opportunity, which will require us to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. We have the 4 of Pentacles, building upon foundations, the 2 linked hearts, so relationships beginning, and a pathway towards divine feminine healing, which is lovely. We still have the key. She is the key to that healing cycle. PZAXBN. And the shamanic feather for healing. So we might still have a long way to go in our healing cycle. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading. Be sure to check out my link for Etsy below as well for a personal reading. And I hope that you have a beautiful day and come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the Page of Cups, and this is your reading. Do you have a future with the person on your mind? What does the future hold in your connection? Now, the Page of Cups is talking about new initiatives and new beginnings and things that are popping up out of the blue. You can see that there's a little rabbit here holding on to this little pink cord or red cord. And they're talking about the pathways of empowerment. They're also speaking about a little bit of red tape or something that perhaps we have to go through to achieve more in this connection. But this could be something very new, very unexpected too, like an unexpected collaboration, unexpected connection here. That feels very optimistic. Should I use this deck instead? So what is the future of this connection, please? Do they have a future together? Pile number 3. What does the future hold in this connection? We have the 3 of Cups. You may be starting out sort of just as friends. You may have met them in a group of people very unexpectedly. Page of Wands. And I feel a lot of curiosity brimming when it comes to this person. Knight of Swords. Knight of Wands. Back of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. We're going to clarify this as we go forward here. Do they have a future, please? We have the Tower, the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, the Page of Cups. Now, there could be a work connection here for somebody. That could be where the red tape comes in. Could even be school, but we have the Ace of Cups. Back of the deck is the Lovers, and we have the Seven of Swords. Now, what's interesting about this pile for you, pile 3, is that I do feel like this connection came up unexpectedly. I feel like this attraction came up unexpectedly, and I feel like there are obstacles to being able to achieve our goals overall in this connection, perhaps in the future. There's so much attraction, and I almost feel like the masks either just came off or they haven't even come off yet. If this is just a friendship and it's just an attraction, I don't think that the masks have necessarily come off yet. Maybe you're considering your options. Maybe you're considering saying something or expressing yourself in some way. And it is your guides that are encouraging movement. They're encouraging you to say yes to the change. They're encouraging you to, because by saying yes to the change, you're defying the ego. You're acknowledging the fear, and you're acting despite it. And that's a beautiful momentum to show the universe, to show the collective. And so the Knight of Wands here is about a go energy. They don't even want you to be concerned about the permanency of this connection. They say that there is a future here. The future that they do see is very fiery between the two of you. So you guys might be traveling together. You guys might be having a physical relationship as well. And this can lead to so much more. I feel like that is going to be the route that you take, however. If there's going to be sort of a put the cart before the horse mentality, where we're maybe not jumping into a commitment cycle right away. We're just having fun. We're not defining everything. And that perhaps leads to more emotional connection between the two of you. They're not showing me that this is naturally flowing into union, into a sort of a permanent union, I should say. They're really showing a lot of fun and a lot of abundance, and then the probability of more coming in beyond that point. They're saying that this will create a permanent change to a friendship if you are just a friend. And that could be part of the challenge of like shifting gears between friendship or just an acquaintanceship into something more physical, into something more emotional. We're starting with the physical, but we might move into the emotion pretty quickly. So Spirit says you don't even need to know what the forever here is, because your forever in relation to your pile right now is the next step. And the next step says it's going to lead you to new initiatives, new starts, new fresh perspectives. And I feel like you guys may spend some time in this stage, in this physical stage, in this collaborative stage, but still maintaining your independence. So it's like we may not call each other our boyfriend, our girlfriend, for instance. We may kind of hold it back. But there's also this message coming through about the two of you kind of lying to yourselves. It's like you prolong this physical connection, or you prolong the non-definable aspect of your connection, and you're both kind of lying to each other and to yourselves, because the truth is that you're both invested, you're both emotionally feeling it, but maybe you're too afraid to say it out loud to each other at that point. So I do see this progressing in a very physical way, and I feel like it's going to stay like that for a little bit of time, because there's still some red tape that we have to work through just by exploring the connection. And that's how we break the tape. That's how we jump the hurdle for the Seven of Wands. That's how we create the momentum, is by just investing in it, by just exploring it, by just enjoying ourselves in the journey. That's how we fill up the cup and how it starts to overflow. It's like all of the debris that was in this cup is now going to come to the surface and move out of it. All of the uncertainty is going to take time for it to come to the surface and flow out of the cup. But they're talking about the transformation for the both of you and bringing the both of you into this crossroads. Now, this Hierophant can, of course, speak to the environment in which you met this person. So an institution of some kind, whether it be like at church or at the bank or at work or at school, some type of institution could have been involved. It's also speaking on a spiritual sense, the opportunity towards advancement that this situation is giving us in the present moment. So they keep saying, go, go, go. And although they're saying they're not promising us a commitment in the present moment because the two of you are at the helm of those decisions, they are saying that there is a likelihood for this to transition into a lot of stability and to move us through the cycle of death here, which is letting go of the old. Again, permanent change to relationships and permanent changes to friendships or just being an acquaintance, and moving into something more profound. The Knight of Pentacles makes it to a destination of commitments. So they don't want you to worry about your commitment cycles in the future overall, because that's promised to you. But this person may be a big part of that. And even here with the Knight of Pentacles, she's carrying a bunch of carrots for a reason, because they're trying to coax you into this. It's like Spirit won't shove us off those cliffs, but they will coax us with something that they feel like could offer us something abundant, something positive. So they are encouraging you to take your mask off if you haven't done so already, because maybe you're delaying doing that too. Waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect time. The time may be now. And they're setting a beautiful stage. Again, they're not showing me the 10 of Cups, but they're showing me this Ace, and we have to start somewhere. We have to start at this beautiful Ace of Cups, and look at how expansive that is. It's a domino effect. It's a trickle effect. Once we follow the notes of our intuition, it's like things just evolve for us. Abundance naturally comes forward for us. And Spirit doesn't want you to be concerned about the forevers, because being concerned about the forevers is putting it's like a finite expectation on your experience. And the truth is that there's so much freedom in the Knight of Wands. You have the freedom to explore. You have the freedom to grow. You have the freedom to love. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. We have here Earth School. This is a part of this, and school could be a factor. Again, some type of institution, higher learning, study. There's something about youth here too. So the two of you may be very young as well, or inexperienced. And that's the reason why Spirit's like, now may not be the time for commitments or to worry about commitments, but now may be the time to set the stage for the experiences that lead us to permanent change. They're talking about having fun together, going out together, being very different from one another, but complementing each other very lovely, in a lovely way. You have here, you've got the love. You've got the love. It says Hadarian energy, codependencies, some boundaries. On the floor, we have Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. But I feel very youthful aspect to this pile. Again, a lack of experience, maybe very young energy. But the beautiful aspect is that you are not just whoever you are watching this reading. You are a light. You are a fractal from source. And you're here to experience all of this abundance. You're here to enjoy the journey. You're here to have fun. And that's what this is really representing to me. This is a huge fun cycle that can lead to longevity, that can lead to commitment cycles, but they don't want you to worry about that. They would just want you to have the fun, because that's how you're cultivating joy in the present moment. We also have here baby steps, and this came out in pile 2 as well. Again, taking your time towards the commitment cycles that may be available to you in this situation. Do they have a future with this person in their mind? So there is a future here. There is a future here. It's exciting too. There's like travel and movement and flirtation and physical energy. We have here no place like home. And you can see that this house is being suspended above no foundation right now. So this feels like a brand new energy. There's no foundation right this moment. And perhaps there's this feeling about having no security at home or having no foundation to draw from. It's like no experience to draw from your past, which could make you a little bit gun shy about taking your mask off and really being vulnerable. We have exchanging gifts. And I just saw the change card of chaos and conflict, like the Tower. And we have between worlds and a new life. And regardless, for some, this could even represent the bridge between, the embracing the bridge between that brings us into a brand new life. Awakening. It's like an awakening. This connection could be an awakening for you, pile 3, that wakes up the senses, that wakes up, that wakes love up. There's a beautiful exchange that is happening here, and Spirit says not to worry about the foundations, to just explore the journey, embrace this in between, and see where it takes you, because it may take you to a brand new life that you just may never have anticipated in the future or in the past. Ooh, we've got a bunch falling out here. We have the crocodile, we have the hyena, we have the bat coming out as well. We also have here the nightingale and the fish. They're asking you to surrender. The nightingale is about singing your song, communicating your world into being. Here with the hyena, you can see it's like the in-between, asking us to literally embrace it. And the crocodile is this aspect of knowing how and when to act, knowing when to lie dormant, and knowing when to act. Trusting in your intuition and rising above to be able to follow the notes of intuition into the unknown with the bat as well. Here we have the octopus. The good news about the octopus is that it can get itself out of any tiny container as long as the container is small or bigger than the bone that goes between their two eyes. So there's this feeling about allowing yourself the permission to enter into this connection, and also allowing yourself the permission to end it at any time that you feel called to. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Advice for pile 3 in the bowl about this connection and the future of this connection. 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands. Death energy, though. So there's a lot of rebirth possibilities here, and there's hesitation. There's hesitation because we feel a little stuck, or we feel like we don't know which direction we're going in. There's a fear factor here. But the 9 of Wands says that, you know, now may be the time to push through that fear. Now may be an opportunity for us to gain mastery over that perspective to create changes in our life. We have L and Z. We have here the white fish bones, which is, I think of the 10 of Swords, but I think of the 10 of Swords reverse, and cultivating a new plan of action. We have Sun and Princess. So a sun is always abundant. We have the World. The internet could be playing a role here, but also abundance. I think about full cycle, wrench in our plans. And we have the half transformation. All right, that is what I have for you today, pile 3. If it resonated with you, please drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading. Be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link below for Etsy for a personal reading. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.